Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a review on this Ninja Hot and Iced XL coffee maker with rapid cold brew. Here I've just made some cold brew. It tastes really good. So I added a little bit of sugar and a little bit of milk to this and it tastes delicious. So with this coffee maker, I can brew a classic, a rich, over ice, and a cold brew. I can select what size I want to brew with this selector right here. I've got this nice removable water reservoir that I can take over the sink, fill it up. Here's the filter. Here's my cold brew that I just brewed. It brews the coffee a little bit colder. The water that goes in here is around 100 degrees instead of the normal around 190 degrees. But it does come with this permanent filter, or you can put a number 4 cone filter in there. And this comes out like this for easy cleaning. We've got manual drip stop, so when we're done, we just move this over so it doesn't drip anymore. This is a full 12-cup carafe, and we have a warming plate, and we have a little tray that comes down if we want to brew right into a glass. Now, depending on what size we have selected and whether we've got over ice or cold brew is whether or not this warming plate turns on. So if we're doing classic and rich and we've got the carafe showing, the warming plate comes on. But if we're doing like small mugs or any over ice or cold brew, the warming plate does not come on. Okay, so I will be using this Just a Dad Simple Sip coffee. It does really good with hot or iced. It's a ground coffee. And we got this scoop right here on the side. So let's talk about the brews and the sizing. So when we're doing a classic brew and we select a full carafe, 55 ounces, which is 12 cups, it'll brew the correct amount. When we do rich, it brews just a little bit less than the 55 ounces. Now, when you get into over ice, it's going to brew half the amount of coffee. It expects you to have your carafe full of ice. And then when you brew half of the coffee, it's going to dilute and you'll have the proper strength. So it doesn't, when you're doing over ice, it doesn't brew 55 ounces of coffee, but you end up with quite a bit of coffee. Same with cold brew. When you do cold brew at 55 ounces, it's going to brew about half that amount. Now here in the manual, they give us a nice chart. Again, classic, full carafe, 54 ounces, cold brew, 22.4 ounces. A small cup, 8.5 ounces or 3.5 ounces for cold brew. And they also tell us how much coffee to add. If you're going to do the full carafe, 8 to 14 tablespoons. So this is considered 1 tablespoon. This is 2 tablespoons. So I typically brew, when I brew 12 cups into a full carafe, I do 12 tablespoons, which would be 6 of these big ones. Okay, let's make a little cup of coffee. Let's go, let's do 10 ounces. And I can do 2 to 3 small scoops. So my Just a Dad coffee comes in this resealable bag here. Let's get 2 scoops and put it right here in the reusable filter. Okay, so we got our coffee in. You simply just slide it in. It's got like a mechanism that works really well. Again, I've got it selected on 10 ounces. I'm going to do a classic brew. Okay, so when I press that button, that starts the brew. Oh, drip stop was closed. So make sure you open the drip stop. Now hit the classic, and I'll hit the stopwatch. We'll see how long it takes. Now it will pause, it'll brew a little bit and then pause. And it's not a very loud coffee maker at all. All right, so we're starting to get that hot water going into the coffee. Yeah, this coffee maker does not brew whatever amount you put in here. Just make sure you have enough for whatever you select. Okay, so it brewed a little bit and now it's gonna pause. And there is a little status bar going across to let us know the status of when our coffee will be done. Okay, now it's picking back up. So since we did a small cup, it doesn't turn the warming plate on. But this does have a switch, so even if you can turn the warming plate on manually. Seeing about 173, 175 coming out. So today's video is brought to you by my very own coffee, Just a Dad Simple Sip Coffee. It's available in a K-Cup, whole bean, and pre-ground 16-ounce bag. You can find it at justadadcoffee.com, or right underneath the video, you will see the products displayed and you click on them and purchase them right there. Okay, so we're getting close to being done, about 3-minute mark, status bar is going across. It's gonna beep at us to let us know when it's done. Now, if I do a rich brew, it takes a little bit longer to do the brew. It tries to extract more flavor from it. Okay, so there's the beep status. Let's take a look. Now hit the drip stop so it doesn't drip on us. Let's take a look at the coffee. 156 degrees, 157 degrees cup of coffee. Okay, I have to add a little bit of cream and sugar, but let's give it a taste. Okay, that's really hot. Well, that tastes really good. All right, let's go up here and see how the coffee did. Yeah, it looks like it did a really good job. Again, cleanup is so easy. Just take this over, get rid of the coffee grounds. I can put the tray and this in the dishwasher. And the carafe is also dishwasher safe. Okay, I've got this 20-ounce tumbler. Let's brew. Let's make sure it'll fit. About 8 inches you can fit in there. So 18 inches is the tallest for the travel mug. Then you get into the carafe, the smallest carafe. So I'm going to do 18 ounces. Put it in there. And this will be the travel mug XL. So 3 to 5 tablespoons. So I'm going to put about 4 tablespoons, which is 4 of these in here. And I really do love this cold brew. So I'm 18 ounces. My drip stop, I got to make sure and open that now. And I'm going to do the cold brew. I could do over ice, but I think the cold brew just tastes a little bit better. The over ice would brew at a really hot temperature and you'd end up with, you know, a pretty nice drink. But the cold brew, we're going to take some temperature checks. It brews at around the 99, 98 degrees. And it does lots of pausing. So again, and it's super quiet when it's in cold brew. And I looked up here and I just made sure I had enough water in there. So there it's brewing a little bit. Now with that reusable filter, you do get a little bit of sediment in your coffee. It's not like the big chunks of coffee grounds. It's just a little bit of sediment. If you let your coffee sit, you'll see it at the very bottom. Okay, so after the pause, it brews some more. This does take a while. But I got my timer started. We'll time it and see how long it takes. And again, it's a little hard, but yeah, there's about 112. So I guess I do see a little bit over 100 sometimes, but not much. Okay, there it's brewing some more. And they do give you an example here. The classic is just hot and flavorful. The rich is richer, more intense flavor than classic. Iced, vivid, cold brew, brew it at a lower temperature for a smooth flavor. And I do agree with that. And so I can, whenever I did a classic brew, like a full 12-cup carafe before without all this ice in it and everything. But I did one of those, and again, you can set the warming plate to come on, to turn off after 4 hours. Anywhere from 0 to 4 hours, you can program that. It also has low, medium, and high for temperature. And let's say the warming plate turns off after you've let your coffee sit there for a while. You can come up here and hit the warm button, and that turns the warming plate back on and to re-warm your coffee back up. Those are very nice features. We also have delay brew. So I can program this to come on in the morning at a certain time. And I can say I want a tumbler ready to go when I wake up. I can program this to brew me a tumbler full of coffee in the morning, or an iced coffee, but the ice wouldn't be there. But you could do the over ice, and that way when you added your ice, it would be ready to go. It also has a clean light that comes on to let you know when it's time to descale. And then when it's time to descale, you're going to put your vinegar and water in there, press the clean button, and that'll run it through there to help clean out the calcium buildup on the inside. And I love Ninja. They're always creative. They put the descaling directions right here on the lid, underneath the lid. So if you kind of hold it just right, there's how to do the clean cycle. Okay, so 9.5 minutes. It beeps at us, says the word end. So there, make sure you do the drip stop or it will drip. There's our cold brew. Now let's drink it. Let's just give it a taste before. I'm going to add some creamer to it. That's a very strong, you can definitely taste the coffee flavor. It is a little bit smoother. It doesn't have that bitter bite to it or acidic taste to it. I mean, it still does a little bit, but not as bad as like a normal hot cup of coffee. Okay, let's just add just a little bit of this Hershey. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, stir that up. This is going to taste delicious. Oh, that is so refreshing. That tastes so good. We can go up here. We can see how it did. You know, it does a good job brewing. There's the coffee grounds. I really do like this coffee maker. So this is retailing for $150 right now. It's not, I don't see it on Amazon yet or at Walmart. I got it off the Ninja website. I bought this with my own money so that I can give you a really honest review. I actually really do like it. I will put a link to this underneath the show description notes. Again, I am an affiliate. If you click on those links, the products don't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. Also, be sure and check out my Just a Dad Simple Sip Coffee. It's right below the video. You can also buy it at justadadcoffee.com. Now, this has a lot of similarities to this older one. They kind of picked an older design. Now, this is a nice coffee maker. It's been around a while, but it kind of looks a lot like it, but it's not. This one has over ice, but it does not have this rapid cold brew button. That's a very nice feature. Again, this is model number CM371. Again, just released. I actually I'm so intrigued by this cold brew button. I'm not seeing that on a lot of coffee makers. It's different than over ice. Over ice is a really hot brew. This one is definitely a colder brew, but it tastes really good. So yeah, me and the wife, we just sampled this. This coffee maker is coming upstairs. This is gonna be our coffee maker for a while. I'm pretty excited about using it. It fits under cabinets. You don't have any big things you gotta lift up. You know, pretty excited. Now I will be comparing this to some of their other, they have a new hot and iced coffee maker I'll be comparing it to. Also check me out on Instagram. Look for my big logo over there on Instagram. If you could hit the follow button, that really helps me out. I'm gonna be doing free giveaways on Instagram and also my Facebook group page. Just a Dad Videos Facebook group page. There's links to them. Right underneath the video, you'll see links to them. Also links to where you can buy my coffee. Again, it comes ground, whole bean, and in the K-Cup form. But this is, you don't use K-Cups on this machine. This is a pretty nice machine. Underneath the video, if you could hit the thumbs up button, that really helps out my YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more coffee maker reviews. I do vacuum cleaner reviews. Anytime Shark Ninja release anything new, I pretty much buy it. Just to kind of teach you how to use it, what it's like before you buy it. So let me do the homework, let me buy it and show you exactly how to use it. If I like it, show you the features of it. Really do appreciate everybody's support. Again, if you could hit the like and subscribe button, and thanks for watching.